Happy Valentine's Day, Sagittarius. Welcome to your February 2022 astrological forecast. So, planets are in, just a few actually. The Sun and Mercury actually moves back into Aquarius on Valentine's Day. The Sun is in Aquarius up until the 18th, and there's a new moon in Aquarius on the 1st. Okay, so where you have Aquarius in your chart is your third house of communications and travel, your neighborhood, your local area, your siblings, cousins. But it's a big communication house, okay? This is where you find regular postal mail, email, voicemail, text messages, whatever. Okay, so Mercury was here already, right? And it retrograded back into Capricorn in your second house where you have Capricorn. And in fact, it's still there, but it's in direct motion. Okay, it goes direct on the 3rd, right? So it's still in Capricorn in your second house, moving forward, right? So it moves right back into Aquarius on Valentine's Day. So if you've already had some kind of communication, or you've written something, or you contacted someone, or you were waiting to receive possibly a letter or information, or waiting to hear from someone, when Mercury goes direct, it doesn't necessarily have to even be in your third house, okay? But when it does go direct is when all of your communications should really pick up. But once Mercury does move into your third house again on Valentine's Day, everything kind of gets smoothed away. Like, if you, because it is Valentine's Day, I wouldn't be surprised if you actually heard from someone on this day. It could more than likely be romantic, I would have to say, okay? And along with that, because I've already mentioned this, that Venus is in Capricorn up until like the beginning of March, and it's been here since November. I believe it's November. Anyways, I did a separate video on that whole thing, so you'll have to listen to it. So Venus attracts things to you, and it's in your second house of income, okay, and luxury items, things that you value, your valuables, but it's also your own personal values. So I wouldn't be surprised if you did receive some kind of gift or something or other with Valentine's Day as the excuse for getting it. Maybe someone, I don't know, wants to send you something for Valentine's Day, but as long as Venus is still in your second house, you could go the whole month and get stuff. Or even in January, did you? Or December, So even your money is pretty good, but I'll get back to that in a minute. So anyways, though, this new moon occurring on the 1st, in your second house, in your third house, sorry, just brings a new beginning to this area. Okay, so like I said, this is more or less your everyday life, the third house. It's the people you would maybe encounter throughout the normal course of your day, which is why it includes your neighbors or any place that you patronize, like businesses or whatever. And like I said, it is your siblings and your cousins, so you may hear a little bit more from them right now, especially with the Sun here. The Sun is here up until the 18th. So wherever the Sun is transiting, that's where your focal point is at that time. So this is a big house of the written word, though, too. So you could actually write something at this time. You more than likely have already been writing something, but you could be putting the finishing touches on it. When Mercury was retrograde here, maybe it you were stalled, you were conflicted or whatever, or you wrote something, you're not sure if you even liked it, or should you do anything with it, or whatever. There's a message maybe you wanted to send, or something you wanted to say but you held back. And this could be even in regards to a neighbor, or like I said, your siblings, your cousins, anyone. But a lot of times this Mercury going back and forth here, whatever, could bring some kind of communication that was stalled in some way or other. You could also hear from people from your past, but it's more likely people from like grade school or senior high or something like that. Um, all kinds of things here, though. Okay, so your Saturn is still in Aquarius in your third house. So there's possibly things going on in your neighborhood that put a kind of a damper on your ability to even like move around a lot. A lot of times there's detours, a very long detour that lasts much longer than it should. So you're rerouted to another part of, your neighborhood, and so you can't even get like right to your own home, even though it's a few feet away. You still have to go like all the way around, something like that. Okay, so anyways, getting back to communications, because Saturn is here, you could have a pretty serious conversation with someone at this time. You could also receive or send a communication like that yourself. Okay, now there's a full moon on the 16th in the sign of Leo in your ninth house. Okay, it's directly across from your third house, and both of these houses are communication houses and travel houses. Okay, the ninth house, you're the natural ruler of the ninth house, is long distance communication and foreign travel or long distance travel. Okay, it's also the house of legal matters, higher learning, your philosophy on life, foreign anything, people from a different background than yours, but people who live in another country, or at a distance from you. So maybe you could get some kind of communication around that time, around the full moon. I would have to say, though, because Mercury is moving into Aquarius on Valentine's Day, and the full moon's only like 2 days later, that maybe you would be hearing from someone who lives at a distance or possibly lives in another country. Okay, so I don't know. It does neither good nor bad. Full moons bring things to a head. Okay, they bring out possibly a subject that needs to be discussed. Okay, so that's more than likely that's what you should use it for. It's your way to get whatever off your chest. Say whatever needs to be said. Okay, so again, though, up until this point, though, Mercury was in Capricorn, or is in Capricorn, up until the 13th. Venus is here all month. Mars is here all month. Okay, Pluto is still there. So you have a very active second house of earned income of some kind. Okay, so with Mars here energizing this whole area, and Venus attracting things that you need, like money, right? I would have to say I would gamble a little bit if I were you. I think I told you that in your weekly last week too. You've got a lot of prospects going on here right now, okay? And there's the ability to attract and create a new line of income. You can add to what you already have, but I would have to say that I believe that some of this is through speculation, and the speculation doesn't necessarily have to be gambling. It could be something. Okay, don't forget, you have Uranus in your sixth house, okay, where you have Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus. This is the house of the kind of work that you do and work-related matters, etc. So Uranus here has been urging you to do something different. Okay, use a hidden talent. That's another second house thing that has more than likely already come to the surface. Okay, so you might just take a gamble on yourself. As you should. Okay, with something that you've created with your own two little hands. Okay, and try to earn money from it. Put it out there for sale, or your services, or something it is that you do that's pretty special. Okay, because again, this is a talent that you have. So you're just going to try to make money from it. Why not, right? Okay, so anyway, so the sun moves into Pisces on the 18th, where you have Pisces in your chart as your fourth house of your home and family life, your property surrounding your home, but it's where you actually live, where you dwell. Okay, it's the the people you live with, which could be like a roommate, it could be your family, or even if you just live alone, okay? But it's like your personal life. Having Jupiter here now means that you're really, looking around your place and figuring out what you're going to do with it. This is your time to do possibly some big time remodeling, okay, or additions, or changing something or other about your home. Okay, Neptune is also here. These two planets together do create like a really spiritual kind of outlook, very charitable outlook. So I just have to say this right now, that don't take a sob story. Don't let somebody sucker you into letting them crash at your place, because I don't think they're ever going to leave. Okay, could be something like that, because your home is expanding in some way or other. It's opening up to other people. You don't like people just dropping in on you, period, right? But you could have somebody that just plops themselves down on your front doorstep, and and you're supposed to be all right with it, right? Nah, I don't think so. Okay. So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Sagittarius on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Gemini, and those dates are the 9th, 10th, and 11th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 19th, and 20th. The best time for money is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. The best time for your career is the 16th, 17th, and 18th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 27th. So happy Valentine's Day. And you guys check out my weekly forecast. Also check out my Ask Me a Question in the description box below. And there's also a link there to my website. All of those are related to any kind of charts that you may want done. Also, what else was I going to say? Oh, I would like to thank my subscribers for your continued support and donations that I get from people. I really, really appreciate it. It really helps my channel to grow. And if you're new to my channel and you like this video, be sure to like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so I'll see you next week. Goodbye.